Hello my fellow speed darlings, I'm Dale Robin Jr. III, and this is Slow to Pro, the video series where I go from slow to making it through the mountain without too many scuffs. Today we're with the most technologically advanced sim racing league in the local cluster, Zealous Racing League, and this is round number 5 of 7. We're here at Mount Panorama for a 45-minute race with no pit stops. We're starting in P19 out of 20 total cars, and it's time for the green flag. Now, we're coming into this race sitting in second place in our class championship, so you might be scratching your head wondering why in the world did I skip qualifying to start at the back? Because, quite frankly, the scariest opponent on this circuit is the circuit, and with the lack of mandatory pit stop, we can't afford to take any damage, so we'll start from the back and slowly work our way toward what I was hoping would be a top 4 finish in class, but we're in no rush to get there right now. Still sitting in P19. First turn was very undramatic, as you saw coming down the long straight. Again, very undramatic, and that's because Mount Panorama, while the circuit itself very dramatic, the racing that can be done on it, not very dramatic. It's a hot lapper's wet dream and a racer's nightmare. It's just a stupid fucking, I hate this course. I mean, I love driving it, but hate racing it. If we skip ahead to the end of the opening lap, we're up to P18 because somebody crashed off screen and returned to the pits before we even got to them. And if we skip ahead now to lap number 3, we're gonna see a classic textbook example of a pass at Mount Panorama. The most exciting thing you can do, which is to follow the other cars around and just wait till one of them hits the wall and then sneak by them. There's another position. Wow, very exciting. Puts us up to P17, P8 in class. Let's go ahead and skip ahead again. Here we are across the line to start lap number 4, running a defense through turn number 1 to try to keep the old Canadian gamer Glenn Pinio behind us. But he compromises our line, and instead of passing us, he gives us a little booty nudge to help us get going again. And I immediately think, well, I'm not going to let this opportunity go to waste. It's going to be late, but better late than never. Here we go, up the inside, hit it into turn 2. We slam the brakes late, run it a little bit wide, but that just enables our friend to get through too. So we're up to P16 now. Don't know what that is in class, but let's go ahead and skip ahead, find out what happens next. Here we are, same exact lap, number 4, coming down the mountain. When she comes, and it's another exciting pass, just waiting for this Audi to go ahead and clip the inside of this wall. He's going to end up running a bit wild. We're going to sneak it right up the inside. That's going to give us P15. Again, I don't know what that is in class, but it's getting up there now. And if we skip ahead now to lap number 8, I'm going to beg you to subscribe and click like on the video real quick. And then I'm going to tell you all about this exciting bit of action when we zoom by a limping Mercedes to put us up in the P14 overall, P5 within our class. But that glory doesn't last very long. If we skip ahead all the way to lap number 10 now, as we're coming up over the mountain, we're getting a little squirrely, getting a little wild, and then out into the wall. It flusters me a little bit, and then I don't quite hit my turn-in point, and out into the grass. But we're able to keep control. Mr. Pinio gets around us, drops us down into P15. That's okay though. Let's go ahead and skip ahead now to lap number 16. We're back up to P13 due to an off-screen incident involving 2 cars, I think. Don't actually know. Anyway, we finally caught up to a Porsche here in front of us, headed into turn 1. We're pretty far back, but the Porsche has a really tough moment in getting back onto the throttle on the exit, allows us to come right up the inside, makes for a pretty easy pass, and it puts us up into P12 overall, P4 in class. Let's go ahead and skip to the next bit of action. Here we are on the penultimate lap, number 22. We've got the classic Mount Panorama pass, just got a car turned sideways. It's gonna be the last car we see all race. Got another yellow flag that's going to happen in Sector 1 among the leaders. Overall, we're going to end up finishing in P10, P3 in class. Pretty thrilled with the result. Skipping ahead to the final lap now. After this race, we're still holding firmly onto second place in the championship, trailing our class leader, Mr. Flores, by 23 points. So we're going to need a miracle in these last 2 rounds if we expect to catch him in points. But that battle for P3 looked pretty spicy. And then over on the faster side of the standings, we have Mr. Larson extending his lead to 44 points over second place with another battle brewing for P3. Just 8 points separating the 2 of those Lamborghinis. Should be exciting for the final 2 rounds. But that is it for today. I will be back later this week with something from LFM, and early next week with the next round from Zealous Racing League at Paul Ricard. As always, thank you so much for watching Slow to Pro. I am Dale Robin Jr. III. You guys have the kind of day you want to have.